Hello there, my beautiful Gemini friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. Now, Gemini, this is a message for you from your higher self. What I'm going to do for you today is open your reading with an oracle card from the Enchanted Forest Oracle deck. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message Spirit has for you, followed by a bonus card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, and then an angel number for you as well. So those of you that are watching today, if you've been seeing signs through repeating numbers or angel numbers, this is going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So stay tuned for all of this, my beautiful friends. All right, Gemini, let's call in Spirit and open up your reading. See what it is that your higher self would like you to know today. So we are getting for you, forge a new path. Gemini, it's time for you to forge a new path. Let me read you the message on this card. When you make new choices, you create new results. Let go of old patterns and embrace the power of possibility. You are fully supported, Gemini. So let me repeat that to you one more time. When you make new choices, you create new results. Let go of old patterns and embrace the power of possibility, Gemini. You are fully supported. So look at that. I love this. So I don't know if any of you have seen an owl recently. There's an owl on this card. This is a sign for some of you. So look at that, an owl. You could have been dreaming about it. Perhaps you saw it on a picture, on the internet, or in person. All right, so I love this owl. It's so beautiful. So let's pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through for you. So Gemini, we are getting the King of Wands. This is a very powerful energy, and this is the energy that you harness, Gemini. It's time for you to wield this energy, this power that you have, and create the life that you desire, one where you are ruling your reality. So remember, you are not here to compete with anyone, Gemini. You're here to rule your reality. This is the energy of the King of Wands. So King of Wands for you to start. And we also have the Tower card. Look at this. So intense energy. Don't ever be afraid of the Tower card, everyone. This is something that needs to come down. There's something in your life that may be falling apart or needs to come to an end or needs to be revisited. Okay. And there's going to be some big change that comes with this for you as well. Now, this is a major arcana card. So this energy is prominent. It's in the background. Some of you are going to feel this intensely. Others, you're going to feel this subtly. Okay. So the Tower card, and we also have Judgment. So 2 major arcana cards here for you, Gemini. So something intense is happening for sure. There's an awakening that is happening here as well. So this is your higher self that is communicating to you to let you know that it's time for you to be strong. It's now time for you to tap into that power that you naturally harness, because there's something that is coming to light in your life, okay? Now, what I also want you to do today, Gemini, is to use your own intuition with my readings. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. Not only will this strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. So Judgment for you. Wow, intensity, a lot of things happening here. I feel this is a breakthrough for some of you that is happening, and it's going to be very powerful. There's going to be a lot that you're going to learn from this, Gemini. Now, before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today, Gemini. So those of you that are watching today, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind. All right, so let's talk about the Tower card first. I feel, regardless of what is happening in your life, whether you're going through something good or bad, it feels like it's bad, you have a lot of strength, you have a lot of power. Know that you are safe and you are protected at this time, Gemini. So the Tower, what is this for you in your life? Comment in the comment section below and share with me, Gemini. Now, I feel whatever this is for me, what I'm getting is there's like this breakdown, something that needs to fall away in order for you to grow. I feel you're becoming more powerful. You're starting to evolve, Gemini. And in order for you to fully embrace this, there's parts of you that have to fall away. Parts of you that you know are holding you back. So I feel ultimately this is habits or patterns or things that you're doing in your day-to-day life that aren't helping you grow. These could be little things. Like for me, for example, I'm a Gemini sun and rising, and I'm experiencing this. I just went to Hawaii and came back. We were gone for about 7 days at the best time of my life. I can see why people go to Hawaii, but it's super expensive. I was not prepared for the cost. So I definitely want to go back, but I'm going to plan for it, like especially financially here, because wow, that put a dent in my bank account. But with this, for me, I realized from being there, being video cameraed, that I have parts of my body I want to work on. So working out for me, and especially at my age now, I'm 46 years old this year, and I have to think about my physical health and things that I'm currently doing in my life that aren't working for me now. And I know that those things need to change, like my eating habits, exercising, and taking care of myself even more than I do. I feel this is going to be very important. So I had a realization that, which is the judgment, like, oh my gosh, there's things that have to move away. And by me taking the action and implementing some of those healthy habits, some of that exercise, I'm going to see a very powerful change in my life. I already know that. I can feel it, right? So I'm starting that on Monday, right? I should be starting it today, but I'm super busy here. I feel for some of you, it feels like this, like there's parts of you that you know that you have to shift, and you're feeling the growth. Like I feel that a lot of you know that you're meant to grow. This is what I'm feeling. Like I know that I can do better. I know that I can become even better and do so much more in my life. And it's just about me choosing, making that choice, that decision to actually finally release and let go and start moving on. So there's parts of me that are falling away. Now for others, I feel there's also this shedding of the ego, shedding of beliefs and values that you held on to, perhaps through your childhood, because maybe it was engraved in you from your parents, society, your community, your upbringing, whatever it is. That version of you is starting to fall away, and there's this new version of you that's more authentic, that's a true essence of you, your soul, your higher self. And this is where that energy of your higher self is coming in. I feel some of you know exactly where you're meant to be. You have connected with your higher self on this timeline. And this is what I feel for a lot of the signs is happening, is we're connecting with our higher selves at this time. And because we're feeling that essence of that version of us in that timeline that is tied to our dreams, our wishes, the things that we want to create, now is the time where we're really connecting and wanting to make changes in our life. So the change is actually starting within you, Gemini. You're the one that's initiating the change. It's because you're feeling it. You feel the energy of it. You feel yourself growing. You feel yourself ascending, moving to a different frequency, a different vibration. And the other thing I'm feeling with this card is also like injuries, things that are kind of slowing you down. And I feel that you had been given signs, Gemini, that you need to slow down. And perhaps you didn't see them because you're busy and there's a lot of thoughts in your mind, a lot of go energy, where all of a sudden maybe you tripped and hurt your ankle. Now you're kind of having to sit around and slow down. You've been forced to slow down. So I'm seeing some sort of like an injury. And I feel that the signs were there, but perhaps you didn't see them. And you just, this is kind of what they're showing me. This is so interesting. And I slowed down. When I was in Hawaii, I felt like I needed to rush and see things, but I caught myself and I thought, you know what? Let's just slow down. Let's breathe through this. Let's take everything in, right? Yeah, so this is so you'll have to share with me here, Gemini, if you did see some of the signs, like red lights is one, right? Red lights on the street when you're going home, coming from work, right? You hit all those red lights and it frustrates you. You're in a big rush. You have all these things to do. It's that kind of energy I'm feeling here with this card as well. I'm seeing endings here as well. So with relationships, work related, closing of this could be as small as you just read a book. You're kind of like, all right, I'm done with this chapter. I'm not really into the belief and the whole way this book and the story was. So you're kind of putting it away and you're choosing to pick one that is more in alignment with you. It could be that small, this tower moment for some of you. So you'll have to share with me what this is for you, Gemini. Now, let's go to the Judgment card. Through this, there's a awakening, there is a realization, there is a breakthrough happening. And the shedding is already happening. So sometimes what happens is when we have the Tower card, things start to leave our lives. And that can be uncomfortable for some of us, especially when we have attachment to people or things in our lives that are now starting to leave our lives. But there's a realization and awakening happening through that experience. And you're meant to actually go through this, Gemini, this experience, to come to this place of judgment, to see through a different lens, to see a different perspective, right? And this is so profound for you. I feel for some of you, this is so profound because there's all this new information that is coming in for you, which feels familiar. It's almost like, I already know this, and why am I starting to recognize it now? Right? And I've had these experiences. I've had moments of these in different parts of my life. And this is how I feel it happens, that perhaps you've had a few judgment moments, and now this is a new one. And there's intuitive information that is coming in as well with this. So an intuitive download, sometimes that can be overwhelming. And it's like your third eye has been activated. You're able to see things now, see things clearly. So I feel your values and the way that you think about things, the way that you perceive things is now changing as well. Your values are shifting, and the things that you once used to believe, like this goes on a more universal level here for some of you, where you're seeing everything as a whole, and you're seeing how things are shifting. Like there's waves and there's patterns, and I'm seeing galactic stuff here as well, like other beings, connections. Like this is far beyond what I can comprehend here, but this judgment card for some of you is going way past all of that, past lives. I'm seeing reincarnations here as well. So I don't know if any of you believe in reincarnation. I definitely do. All the Bollywood movies I've watched, my very favorite ones from the 80s are of reincarnation, right? So I believe maybe you feel like you are born again and you remember your past life, or there's some sort of purpose you were meant to fulfill, and you know that within yourself, Gemini, and it almost feels like maybe that purpose wasn't fulfilled in your past life and you're meant to do it now. So through this Tower, whatever this is, there's a huge realization or awakening happening for you. And again, it is profound for some of you. Now I'm getting dreams here and premonitions, seers. So some of you might be tapping into your spiritual gifts through this experience of judgment, releasing and letting go of things that no longer are in alignment with you, for you, Gemini. And wow, it's a spiritual experience that you're experiencing, Gemini. And some of you can explain to me what this is for you, because it's going to be different for everyone, right? We go through our own journeys in life. Now, the other thing I'm getting is ayahuasca or some sort of a psychedelic that maybe someone has taken that has opened your eyes. So now you're looking at your life completely different. Because of this experience, this induced experience is what I'm getting here with this. Mushrooms, even like ayahuasca, I'm getting something around the woods. It's dark in a community, in a group together, this collective energy. So this doesn't have to be psychedelics. This could be yoga, meditation, breath work, where you've gotten so deep into it that it has awakened you. This could be hypnotherapy, like quantum hypnotherapy, past life regression, this kind of stuff. These are all the things that are coming through this card today for you, Gemini. So some of you are on the search for this and you're finally experiencing that. Some of you are going through shadow work. So there's a lot of different things that are coming up for some of you. Now, this is really bringing some power to your life. Like you're becoming one with yourself. Like you're starting to understand yourself a lot better. And there's a connection that is happening to your higher self through this. And because of this, you are shifting into this energy of the King of Wands. It's a masculine energy. There's also femininity here as well coming through the cards, right? But this is more of an action. This is a more movement card where you're taking action, taking the initiative, taking those first steps to make those changes in your life. It's the energy that you're now putting out into your reality, right? Understanding that there is nothing else. Like you don't have to worry about people, things, competition, like comparing yourself or trying to be somewhere first or last or whatever, these different things that we think are happening in our minds, right? It's almost like this release that is happening. And what I'm getting is someone who has completely stopped on their path because of this awareness, the judgment, right? And you've let go. There's this major releasing that is happening, and you're coming into this energy where it feels almost stoic. That's the best way I can describe this. And perhaps this is the energy that has finally embodied you, or you have really embraced this, and there's a lot of discipline, consistency. So I feel you have changed your habits, your patterns, the way that you go about your life. It's how you are showing up in your life. It's the version of you now. And this is such a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful life to actually, not life, a beautiful path to walk down. And, you know, we have distractions, all of these things that can sometimes steer us back on our old path. But this is where you are in alignment. You are grounded. You have dropped your anchor here in this energy. You're kind of like, you know what? I love this. I want to remain here. I'm in alignment. I feel this energy. I'm one with it. So you're in this really strong, almost like a vortex. This is so interesting what I'm seeing here for you today, Gemini, but I feel like you have a protective layer, a protective bubble. Even though you're able to reach out of it, you're open, you're receptive. It's almost like it's your aura is what I'm getting here. It's your aura that is so bright and shiny and just reaching far and wide here. So there's a lot of success coming through this card here because of who you are becoming, Gemini. And what I'm getting here is someone that is actually center stage here with something that you truly believe in. So for me, it's spirituality. For me, it's all about knowledge, sacred knowledge, the name of my channel, where we all have access to that information so we can become the best versions of ourselves, aligned to our paths and our purpose, right? So I feel some of you, this is your purpose, this is your path, you're in alignment with it and you're ruling it. And that's the power you are being given. This is why you're here, Gemini. This is the purpose of your life. This is, I feel for some of you, it's a mission that you're on. You're a part of like a galactic group, right? So there's you're recognizing that through this judgment card that's coming through for you. So you'll have to share with me what all of this energy is. I'm seeing some of you really switching up your routines, your schedules here. This is kind of what I'm thinking of doing as well, is you know, after my busy weekend, I'm planning on really hunkering down and having some sort of a set schedule where I'm exercising in the morning, meditating, having chunks of time allotted, because this is what this person does. The King of Wands, he did not reach this throne just because it was handed to him. This person has worked really hard to get here. And I feel now is the time for us to really take our lives seriously, Gemini, and release ourselves from things that no longer align with us. And wake up to the version of who we actually are or want to be. And I feel the connection for some of this is already happening to our higher self who's showing you the way. So this is what I feel is happening here during this month of May for a lot of us. All right, so what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to pull a bonus card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook as well. So those of you that, I don't know if any animals are going to come through this card, but we've got an owl for you today. Anything more that Spirit wants to share with you is also going to come through this card. So let's see what we get here for you today. Look at this. This card really wants to be seen here. So Air Guardian, shift your perception. Look at that Air Guardian for you, Gemini. How appropriate for us, right? Shift your perception. So maybe some of you have been seeing black crows, ravens, diamonds, like anything in this image here, okay? This is a sign for some of you that this is actually happening in your life. And let's just pull this interpretation here. Air Guardian. So change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. Gemini. The Air Guardian represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the whole world more clearly. They are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and your greatness. So when this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You are being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it, Gemini. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you are being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. So look at this, and this is the internal work that is happening here for you, is the Tower card, Gemini. So look at that. So spirit guides are asking you to embrace the air guardian spirit here, everyone. All right, let's pull an angel number for you as well. So those of you that are seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers in your life, this is going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So we are getting for you, Gemini, big decisions. Some of you have big decisions to make. There's 0, 0, 0. If you're seeing the number 0 anywhere in your life, this is your confirmation today. Some of you may be seeing the colors in this card in your life as well. This is a confirmation. So you're getting a new perspective. Look at this. This has to do with your perspective, Gemini, the way that you see the world. It's very powerful. So there's a giving and receiving energy, that full circle energy at play as well. There's an endless flow that is full of possibilities for you. So the spirit guides are sharing with me here, release control, surrender, and allow things to flow, because through that flow is where you're going to experience what you're meant to experience. Okay. So this is your reading today. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.